proof of something dodgy if I needed more. He paid as much for information as for silence. Without you, he would have had both for £200 and a box of cigars.
I want to take this money to an expert. You may have received both more and less than you thought.
Not the real article. I wondered. You'd think with so little life left to me, I'd have at least learned that you don't get something for nothing. The cigars are real, I suppose. What can I expect from you, Holmes?
You made an error, Lord Jones. Please don't make another. If he comes to you again, get word to me. I'll leave my card.
I'm grateful. For my sister's sake, I thank you. I did not want to die in jail.
Have you moderated your views toward anarchists, Watson?
Since the Haymarket riot, I've been hard on radicals of every stripe. They're reckless agitators who stir up trouble for its own sake.
That characterization is too broad, Doctor. Like most bias, it is not without some foundation, but it is a prejudice nonetheless. I want you to find a Mrs. Ratchet, older party, lives off Bishopsgate, near the Spitalfields markets.
At your service, Mr. Holmes. You been out east?
For all the good it did me, I'm suspected and despised there.
Can I take the Metropolitan?
Take the inner circle to Liverpool Street, and pay particular attention to a grocery on Frying Pan Lane. Do you know where Virgil has got to, Jonas?
Mrs. took him to one of her cronies.
Why? Was he ill?
The lad was feeling pretty low, Mr. Holmes. Thought he'd been abandoned.
Yes, I can see that. Thoughtless of me.
Mrs. Hudson is a generous woman. I put her in the picture. The boy will remain with her until you give the word.
Thank you, Jonas. Wiggins, what news of Mrs. Ratchet? Did Frying Pan Lane pay off?
You've got the nose, Mr. Holmes. Greengrocer's her son. She lives over the shop with her old man. He drinks.
I'm not surprised. I should return straight away.
No offence, Gov, but in Spitalfields, you're as welcome as rats in the pram. It's odd times there. Folks don't take to having their lot picked over by strangers. They get shirty, and they get mean.
Thank you, Wiggins. A solo trip incognito is called for. I've got the means upstairs. Young Ratchet's a sharpie, but he won't penetrate this disguise. Hello, comrade. Might I pop up to see your mum?
Your business?
She's holding some pamphlets for me. Got to circulate the word.
All right, don't mess about.
How did you come by these army rations?
You heard about the cat what suffered from curiosity.
Beg your pardon, comrade.
Don't dally, you ain't moving in, and don't roil my pie.
Do you have anything useful to add, Mr. Ratchet?
I endorse whatever she said. Salt of the earth. Honest as the day is long. True pal.
My brother has been incapacitated, Mrs. Ratchet. You may speak to me as you would to him.
The real Mr. Holmes wouldn't sneak up here like a rat catcher. A closed door's no obstacle to a person like you, is it?
I wish to speak about the document that went missing from the ministry.
I stole nothing. I'll say nothing more about that formula. Are you trying to trick me into breaking my oath?
That's right, dearie. Answer no questions, tell no lies, eh? This bloke stand me to a dram, huh?
Be silent, Aloysius. I know my rights and my duty. I've signed the Official Secrets Act. You know authority whatever your name is. You may leave.
That's right, mister. You can go rotate.
When did you last clean the room from which the formula disappeared?
If the real Mr. Holmes sent you, you'd know. May as well get on your bike. You'll get nothing more from me. I don't talk to strangers about my work.
Sir Avery thought his name might secure your cooperation.
He's a gentleman, not a lying sneak about like some. You've not come from Sir Avery or Mr. Holmes. Are you a policeman or just a lunatic? That certainly belongs to Mr. Holmes. He's never without it.
I assure you, Mrs. Ratchet, I represent him.
So you say. Should I believe you?
Bring in the seeds, bring in the seeds. We'll all be the dust. Breathe this. Hey, 50 men on a dead man's chest. And a bottle of rum said blood.
Perhaps you do come from Mr. Holmes. He's always been fair with me. For the moment, let's say you do.